And the next most powerful jaws are what? Did I get the 15? No, I never did get those. Ugh. No, I could go to 2 legs too. See how that works out. And I like that, the whole 2-legged, 4-legged thing, you know. That's a pretty cool concept, because, you know, there are 2-legged and 4-legged, you know, or were 2-legged and 4-legged dinosaurs, so to speak. It's like there's 2-legged and 4-legged mammals. I mean, they're all like 4 appendages typically. I had a comment about scorpions when playing Dragon Warrior and how they have 10 appendages, 10 basically legs, and somebody goes, but it's 8 legs and 2 front pinchers that are, you know, claws. I go, yeah, the claws, those fronts, those count as appendages, so that means it's got a total of 10. 2 in the front and 8 in the back on Dragon Warrior, and that's wrong. Scorpions are relatives of spiders, they are arachnids, they should have 8 altogether. But that's just a little programming error from the person that doesn't understand the biology as well. You know, when something has an appendage, it doesn't matter whether it's an arm. Well, it does matter that it's an arm or a leg, but when we're talking about total numbers, you know, and you can look up scorpions and see, yeah, it's 8 appendages altogether, 2 front pinchers, and then, you know, 6 hind legs that it walks upon. Adds up to 8. 2 plus 6 is 8. Not tough on the math, but it is tough on the people that don't quite understand that, you know, how the system works in terms of appendages. Alright, Phonocos jaws. Let's try these. Well, kind of like bird's jaws. I guess that's why the next one up was long-tailed bird's jaws. Oh, that's cool. These take them out in 2 hits. So. Oh yeah, the one right before that was long-tailed birds. So I guess the next one up would be Almosaurus or Tyrannosaurus, but still, these aren't bad. It's Phonocos, so. They're only doing 1 hit, or no, 2 hit points damage. Still not bad. It's better in terms of armor. So let's see. No, didn't mean to go back. Well, what the hell. Didn't mean to go back there. So a bit more grinding. What the heck. Ooh, 200, not bad. There we go. Save file. That's what I meant to do. Save. Save is done. What the heck. Let me see if I can do something with the big frog lady. Big mother frog. Domain of the prime frog. Stop it. Chomp, 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 chomp her down, chomp it. No, no, no. No, can't quite do it to her. Alright, so this was the Stegosaurus. Go back to these guys, and I will go back to these guys. The Pterosauros. Oh, okay. Yeah, these, the sound makers. Feed them pretty strong. And they make that noise that damages you. Which is a neat thing. I like that. But probably not what I want to grind on. What I probably want to do is get the most powerful jaws so I can do the most damage to the frog lady. Let's see, this guy's wham, 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 more. Oh, wow. Much nicer. Yeah. 4 hits, and they don't start moving until after the 3rd one. So, yeah, there we go. Wham, 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 wham. Yeah, that'll do. That'll definitely do. 2, 3, 4. Chomp, 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 chomp. Yeah, I can definitely grind on these. Chomp, 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 chomp. Chomp, 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 chomp. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Chomp, 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 chomp. Chomp, 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 chomp. Chomp, 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 chomp. A chomp, a chomp, a chomp, chomp. And pardon me for consuming my own kind like a vampire. I should have thought of this when the guy was talking about me and cannibalism in this game. Because it makes sense. That is kind of like what a vampire is. It engages in cannibalism. Or perhaps I should play something like Castlevania where I'm fighting against a vampire. Except now I am fighting through nature where you become a vampire. Not so much a human vampire, but a dinosaur vampire, or amphibian vampire, or the aquatic life, the fish vampire. But it's like, hey, you know, fish do that. Some animals do this, you know. Some animals do this, you know, talk like a vampire. Except it's not really a way of any vampire speak. There's no, like, you know, way that vampires just talk. That's like, you know, there's just the stereotype of them based upon where the stories came from. Don't you know? Okay, halfway there to the strongest jaws with the 5,000 EXP jaws, so halfway there. Yeah, so this is definitely working as a grinding method. Jump, jump. Jump, chomp, a chomp, a chomp. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Chomp, a chomp. It doesn't really matter who I do the goofy voices about. The question is, the people just enjoy the liking. Yeah, that's why I said the loiking as compared to the lurking. Or the lurking, lurking, lurking. Lurkers make the world go round in this. Jump, a jump, a jump. A jump, a jump, a jump, a jump. That is right, he's biting him. That is what I do. I bite with the big bird's jaws. Jump, a jump, a jump, a jump. Almost there I am. A jump, a jump, a jump, a jump. A jump, a jump, a jump, a jump. A jump, a jump, a jump, a jump. Wonderful jumping to do. Mwah, A jump, a jump, a jump, a jump. Eating the dinosaur. Which will probably taste like chicken. Depending, well, I would guess it would be white meat, you know. I've had a rabbit before. Rabbit is white meat, and it tastes like chicken, kind of. Doesn't feel like chicken, but it tastes like it. It's interesting because I've had boar before as well, and boar tastes like pork chops, you know. It tastes like pork, but it's very tough, like steak. So it's kind of interesting that, you know, it could be the texture of one, but the flavor of another. But, you know, most often people are interested in flavor, so they'll talk about tastes like chicken. What does it taste like? What's interesting is I've had ostrich as well, and that does not taste like chicken. Tastes like beef, kinda. Feels like chicken, but... Actually, there are even some that say, and it does kind of make sense because it's still red meat, and some say it tastes more like venison or bison. Ostrich does, and that kind of makes sense. Those are red meats as well. I've had those as well, venison and bison, and they all kind of have a similar, you know, red meatish, beef-like flavor. But not everybody in this world eats red meat, so, you know. It's just interesting that, you know, it's a bird, you know, despite it being a bird that's so big that you can ride it, and people do ride ostriches, which, you know, that's something people don't know. It's like, yeah, people like farm these, and they ride them like they were horses. And you know, if you're a small enough person, you can. If you're a big person, it's not as easy, but you know, a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. I jumped into it. And in a moment, I will save the game. Where the heck is it? There we go. Because I will have enough to evolve the jaws. Or transform the jaws, really. Like I say, this isn't really evolution. It's just sort of mock evolution. It's, you know, don't believe for a second that this is true evolution. It's just sort of a way of doing it that, you know, works kind of like a role-playing game. Jaws. Tyrannosaurus jaws. There we go. Yeah, those are mean-looking jaws. And chomp. Wow. Pow. Pow. Whoa. 3 hits, and he doesn't even move. So that does make the character a lot slower. I'd probably want to be on 2 legs if it was going to keep the jaws. So maybe that's the next thing to evolve, and then try going after the mama frog. Chomp, chomp. 2, 3. It is nice though, 3 bites and they don't even fight back. One heck of a way to grind.